Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world.
Why do you do what you do?
Roger Corman's teenage Caveman was originally titled Prehistoric World, but changed its name to cash in on the trend for teen movies.
Are we to be made afraid by an old one's baby dream?
The opening has an oddly religious flavour for a film about cavemen and dinosaurs.
And a voice said, "Let there be light."
But soon it gets down to the story of Robert Vaughn's clean-shaven, hair-gelled Cro-Magnon without a cause.
But age is not always truth.
A mighty hunter. His band of easily amused mates. And a cave girl sporting the latest in Neolithic fashion. Vaughn thinks his backward tribe should ignore their laws to cross the river to where there's more food and dinosaurs from other movies. That footage is of course from the original 1 million years BC, but Dark Corners viewers may recognise it from our review of Two Lost Worlds, where it was desperately propping up the title. The film also, more inexplicably, manages to crowbar in footage from the she-creature.
Or took on new shapes altogether, mad in shape and purpose.
But it also has monsters of its own. What the hell is that? Now, in some ways, this is no worse than the 1960s remake of 1 million years BC, which is the gold standard of caveman movies. But that has three things this doesn't: Ray Harryhausen and Raquel Welch.
There is much to learn from this man.
Here we have the obligatory tacked-on love story.
It came to me that we might make a place of our own.
Why can't we have nice things?
Give me some food. Now.
And this almost too real scene of Vaughn discovering the bow and arrow. It's like history brought to life.
Fool.
But the plot never gets more complex than old versus young.
It is no one beast but a man atop an animal. There is no such thing.
In the absence of Sesame Street, I refuse to accept the concept of one thing on top of another.
We have heard it all.
The film never develops any more story than I want to cross the river. I don't want to cross the river.
How many times will the young cymbal maker go beyond the river?
And for a film about cavemen, it's way talkier than you would have thought possible.
There's no more to say.
These are cavemen who can successfully debate the nature of truth and justice.
The word tells us that the law is truth. This one has broken the law. But still the gods have not come.
Sophisticated linguistic concepts for which you wouldn't have thought they had much use, and yet haven't invented names.
The cymbal maker waits.
Fair-haired boy.
The son of the cymbal maker.
Or a consistent word for spear.
Take up your throwing sticks.
Inevitably, Vaughn does cross the river in search of the god that gives death with its touch.
This is no evil thing.
Dramatic end to that plotline.
No god. A man.
I had, of course, guessed that this was a guy in a suit. He's got a book?
What symbols are these?
Okay, this I didn't see coming.
I and a party of 23 others were on a scientific expedition when the bombs began to fall. The terrible power of nuclear weapons was unleashed all over the world.
Okay, little tip. If your movie requires a voiceover from the millennia-old last survivor of a nuclear apocalypse to make it explicable, you may have an issue.
On occasion, we tried to contact them, but they feared us.
Gee, I wonder if it's because of how you dress.
This happened a long time ago.
Hang on. This isn't set in the future. This is still meant to be our past.
How many times? Will it happen again?
So, every time we mess up the world, it just resets and everything is identical. Language, dinosaurs, army uniforms.
This must be the way man should greet man.
Every time the same, like God is playing some sort of giant cosmic computer game keeps dying in the 1950s and has to go back to the dinosaurs, which is the last safe place.
Enough!
This movie is nuts!
He always says the same.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for a new Bab movie review every Tuesday.